10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voting's been closed since yesterday, and here's who you could have voted for in the Isolation Song Contest 2020.
When it comes to genre-defining books and songs that killer hooks, Sweden leads the world.
If you took the two A's out of ABBA, the remaining double B's might make a sound very similar to this perky little number from Sweden's Rob Deering, unfastening the competition in fine style.
Little country, jump and jive, keep the Euro beat alive.
And San Marino kept that energy high with Lucy Porter and Justin Edwards. Little Country Big Beats was full of fun, funk and feel-good vibes, not a million miles away from Stevie Wonder's choreography.
You're a brainy family, like a bear who got his porridge. I'm a bun and you're the raisin at the end of my sausage.
Iceland's Flo and Joan were next with their nonsense madrigal Raisin at the End of My Sausage. Hungarian-Austrian composer György Ligeti is perhaps the most famous exponent of the nonsense madrigal. He wrote 6 of them for his Alice in Wonderland opera, which was never performed.
Girlies and peaks. Put your faggot in my barbie, put your dingo in my wood.
A yearning ode to nature from Australia's Divina de Campo, who missed the great outdoors so much she was inspired to write a song about being taken up the Gold Coast. It reminded me of Wordsworth. Wordsworth accompanied by tambourines, which is how I like to listen to all my poetry recitals, because if the tambourines are played loud enough, you can no longer hear the poem.
Just say wee wee, wee wee, wee wee, wee wee, oh poo poo, the other guys.
Belgium had every right to be confident with Joe Stilgoe, a tricksy little song making best use of his tricksy little fingers and his tricksy little tongue. Very tricksy. If there was an award for tricksiness, they'd probably give it to a magician. A rousing and provocative public health warning from Germany's Pippa Evans and Yshani Perinpanayagam, highlighting just how hard it is to get your 5 a day when you've only had 1 week to learn German.
We are heroes of our time. The UK is next in line, cause COVID makes Europe forget the B word was ever said.
The United Kingdom's Måns Zelmerlöw made this his second European competitive singing final. In 2015, he won Eurovision for Sweden, and now, 5 years later, he composes a song for a different country. Can he follow in the footsteps of ABBA? Winners for Sweden in 1973 and composers of Norway's 1981 entry, which came a convincing last place, scoring 0 points.
Romania.
I hope they have a vaccine in Romania, because this was Tim Vine at his absolute catchiest. Snails, skateboards, goggles, tiny toilets. It was an extensive and varied list of props, and it shouldn't surprise anyone that Tim had all of those things in his house just waiting for a charity songwriting challenge.
They chop wood in Norway. I love the wood of Norway.
We thought we'd never forget the image of Norway's Glamrou sat on the toilet, and then we immediately did. Finland's Nick Helm showing anything you can poo, he can poo more graphically.
Il Panasonic 500 è inutile, non vedo l'ora.
A family affair next from Italy's Mel Giedroyc, with daughters Vita and Floss on drums and shower cello, and husband Ben tasked with catching the Hoover. And we wish Ben all the best for a speedy recovery. When it comes to serious head injuries, you can never be too careful.
No fun, no sun, no problem. No fun.
Josie Long with Jonny and the Baptists really captured the essence of a North Macedonian fever dream. I've never been able to remember my dreams, but since watching their performance, I have dreamt of wasps every night.
I am a cliché. Yes, I am a national stereotype.
Kevin Eldon employed all the acting skill and talent we have come to expect from a man known as the actor Kevin Eldon. It was a subtle and nuanced performance which really captured the national spirit of I think it was France. Yeah, I'm going to say France. And finally, concluding a week where iMovie really took a battering, Neil Hannon stepped up to the tiny little tapas plate for Spain, and we all joined Oliver in saying, "Please, senor, I want some more," for a song which was as beautiful as it was sung by Neil Hannon. And those were your 14 songs. And by donating for your favourite, you helped raise £38,452 for the Trussell Trust, Crisis and Refuge. Everyone involved at the Isolation Song Contest would like to thank you for your generosity. It's a fantastic amount and one that will help make a real difference.
My name's Gabby, I'm Head of Events at Refuge, and this is a short video to say a massive thank you to everybody who has donated to the Isolation Song Contest. The money you have raised will really make a huge difference to women and children across the UK experiencing domestic abuse. So from all of us at Refuge, thank you. At this time, it is particularly difficult and our services are stretched, so the donations that you are making will really make a positive impact in this difficult time. So enjoy the results show, and thank you so much to everybody who has donated.
From all of us at the Trussell Trust, we just want to say a huge thank you to everyone at the Isolation Song Contest. Your support has never been more vital. During the last 2 weeks of March, food banks in our network saw a staggering 81% increase in the number of food parcels needed compared to the same period in 2019. That's over 6,000 emergency food supplies given out every single day. We've been overwhelmed by the generosity that members of the public have shown us. So from all of us at the Trussell Trust, thank you. Thank you to all those who donated money or food or their time. We appreciate every penny raised and every conversation started.
I want to thank you on behalf of all of us at Crisis for your incredible generosity in supporting our campaign In This Together in these uncertain times. People without a place to call home are hit especially hard by the coronavirus outbreak. Your donation means that we're able to offer emergency support to those most exposed. Funds raised through our In This Together campaign are already having a huge impact. Our amazing frontline workers are keeping our vital services running and continuing to support people remotely. Through our Emergency Grants Fund, we've been able to support other homelessness organisations to ensure they can continue with their vital work at this time. And we've been working closely with governments in England, Scotland and Wales to ensure that robust support is in place for people facing homelessness. We've begun to see positive action, but we need to work closely with governments to devise and implement exit plans to ensure that people who've been temporarily housed during the outbreak aren't made homeless again once the pandemic is past. The outbreak represents an unprecedented moment for us to come together and create lasting change for the thousands of people who've been temporarily offered accommodation by local authorities and for those still sofa surfing and rough sleeping across Britain. Without your support at times like this, we wouldn't be able to continue our work to end homelessness once and for all. Thank you for choosing to join with us and stand side by side with people facing homelessness at this unprecedented time.
Again, a huge thank you for your generosity. We wanted to find a way to say thank you and to also keep this party rolling. So grab yourself a little tub of ice cream and a teeny tiny little spoon because it's time for the interval entertainment.
Hi everyone, my name's James Newman and this is my new single, Enough. Hope you enjoy it. Everybody's got a heart with a hole in the bottom where the love runs out. Every love is a flame that spins and dims in the wind. So if your flame needs fuel, like an empty room, I feel it too, cause everybody's got a heart with a hole in the bottom where the love runs out. Oh now, oh, I got both hands on the wheel. So if you're running out of love, don't start giving up. Anytime you think there's not enough, I got enough for the both of us. Even if you're falling out of love, I'm not giving up. Anytime you think there's not enough, I got enough for the both of us. Oh, everybody's got a hurt. It's a knife that cuts when you get too close, and you think that no one's ever gonna see that blade and stay. But I can hold that pain for 1,000 days, and maybe for a second make it go away and make you feel whole again. So if you're running out of love, don't start giving up. Anytime you think there's not enough, I got enough for the both of us. Even if you're falling out of love, I'm not giving up. Anytime you think there's not enough, I got enough for the both of us. Oh. Everybody's got a heart with a hole in the bottom where the love runs out. But I'll be reaching out, catching every drop you spill.
Thank you, James. Superb stuff, and commiserations that this was your year. But now, the moment you have all been waiting for. Let's recap those 14 songs. 14 phenomenal performances, but only one can be crowned winner. After all, it wouldn't be a song contest if we didn't recap those 14 songs one more time. It is almost time to find out our winner. But before we find out who that is, I need to introduce you to one very, very special man. The captain of our ship, the man who must control his emotions the most. People of Europe, may I present to you the Isolation Song Contest Executive Supervisor.
Thank you. I can confirm that all the jury votes have been validated. They are confirmed. They are safe. And around the UK we have 10 spokespersons waiting to deliver them to you. So, all I can say is, take it away. I have finished this packet of ham. Is there any more in the fridge?
And take it away we shall. To find our 10 juries, we took a cross-section of British society and assembled 10 pillars of society, 10 titans of industry, 10 representatives from professions which have helped forge an empire and without which society would crumble. They define what it is to be British. And we start with the children's book authors.
Hello, Europe. And it's a privilege to announce the results of the children's book authors vote. So many great songs, but the 12 points can only go to one. And I'm awarding them to, long pause, San Marino. Congratulations.
Good evening, Europe. My name's Paul Sinha. I'm the head of the openly gay British Asian Qualified Doctor and Competitive Quizzer jury. Some time ago I called together all the members of the openly gay British Asian Qualified Doctor and Competitive Quizzer community to make a decision. We all met in a room, and when we all came together, it became apparent that I had to ask myself who the winner was. I've examined all the entrants, the finalists at great length, and I'm proud to say we've reached a decision. And the 12 points from the openly gay British Asian Qualified Doctor and Competitive Quizzer community goes to Romania with the song Room Mania.
Good evening, Europe, and these are the marks from the greengrocers. It was a tough competition this year, but you know me, Tom, I've got a sweet tooth, and this song was so sweet, but also a little bit sharp, which is a classic combination. And just as you're getting into it, bang, in came that buttery biscuit bass. Absolute knockout. For me, us, our 12 points go to Finland.
Thank you, greengrocers. And now it falls to me to deliver the results on behalf of the people who know what to do with vegetables. Which is cook them, just to clarify. You can eat them raw. You can even make them into musical instruments, but that's about it. Now, most importantly, our deux points for laying on a delicious looking spread of garden creatives go to France.
Hello, and thank you everyone for an amazing evening. Well, the jury of lexicographers and etymologists has made and spell-checked its decision, and because of its lyrical dexterity, there was no choice really. Our 12 points go to Belgium. We award 0 points to Finland's Nick Helm for his frankly desperate song, which was clearly all about me.
Hello from the Potters. Come on, Eileen. Roxanne. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Delilah. But not many songs out there about Keith's. Now, to be honest, it's hard to tell whether this Keith is a hero or a villain. In fact, it's hard to know what he is, really. But just the beauty of that name surely will inspire songwriters around the world. So our 12 pots goes to North Macedonia.
This is Ed Balls delivering the vote on behalf of retired former professional dancers. It's a great honour to be representing the professional dancing community today. Can't say I'm surprised to be appointed. I was expecting the call. I've consulted at length with Judge Rinder, Brian Connolly and Anne Widdicombe. And I can announce that our 12 points go to the silky smooth moves of Australia.
Like lottery balls, you never know what's going to come out next. And so, pickle me walnuts, here I am, Len Goodman, delivering the vote on behalf of politicians. And our 7 points, plus an additional 5 points, making 12 points. But I don't have that written on a ping pong paddle. They go to Sweden.
Hello from the sewing room. This year's competition has thrown up some fantastic performances, spectacular outfits. Maternity dress from North Macedonia, birthday suit from Finland. But for glamour, glitz and a touch of class, there is one standout. So, my 12 needle points go to Norway.
Good evening, Europe. Finally, it falls on me to give the result on behalf of the Knights. And we Knights have been sitting at our various round tables. After much discussion, we've decided to give our 12 points to Switzerland. Switzerland's not in it. Oh. Germany. Our 12 points go to Germany.
And there we have it. I mean, you could not engineer a finish like that. All the industry juries have submitted their votes and it is looking very tight at the top and also the bottom. But everything can change. In a few moments, I will be receiving the results of the public vote, and that will determine the winner of the Isolation Song Contest. And I've just heard in my ear a ringing sound that I can't quite seem to get rid of. Let's return to the Isolation Song Contest Executive Supervisor.
And I can confirm, I have found some more Helm. And we have a valid vonating result. I will WhatsApp it over to you now, and this will be exciting. Take it away. No, not the hand.
And take it away I have done. 1,790 valid votes were cast, and the performer with the 4th highest number of public votes, with 169, is Iceland's Flo and Joan, with 188 votes in 3rd place. It's the United Kingdom's Måns Zelmerlöw. And we must also give honourable mentions to Belgium's Joe Stilgoe and Romania's Tim Vine, the other 2 performers to record over 100 votes apiece. And now, in 2nd place, with 344 votes, it's Spain's Neil Hannon. And so, with 393 votes, the winner of the Isolation Song Contest 2020 is Mel Giedroyc. Congratulations, Italy. Congratulations, Mel. As is traditional, this year's winner gets to host next year's competition. How do you feel about the Isolation Song Contest moving to your house in 2021?
The roof of the garden shed is ready. We're good to go for next year. All good. I'm delighted. I'm tickled orange to win this amazing accolade. Thank you so much to my family, to Ben, who shot the whole thing on his phone, to my daughters, head of cello and drums, respectively, and to my brother, who wrote the music for the song. This is sounding like an Oscar speech, I'm sorry. Pete Yard Martin, who did all the amazing music mixing in his bedroom, and Andrew Nolan, who edited the video in his bedroom. We had so much fun, and thank you everybody who voted for Italy. Forza Italia! Melania will be very delighted with this.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you, all the acts, and thank you for watching and for taking part. That's it from the Isolation Song Contest 2020. If you've joined us late, remember you can make an individual donation to the Trussell Trust Crisis and Refuge at any time, or donate to any charity of your choice. But for now, we welcome back to her house the winner of the Isolation Song Contest 2020, Mel Giedroyc as Italy's Melania. Take it away.
Sono passati 40 giorni di isolazione e dolore. 40 days of isolation and pain. Sono la settima conduttrice televisiva diurna preferita in Italia. E non dovrei pulire la mia casa. I am the 7th most popular daytime television hostess in Italy. E sono isolata. Non vedo l'ora, non vedo l'ora, non vedo l'ora che torni la mia donna delle pulizie. I need my cleaner. Where is my cleaning woman? I want my cleaning woman. I just can't wait till she comes back to me. The selfish cow. Ma che cazzo è il Flash? Oven Cleaning Mate, il Vanish, e questo mi spaventa. Adesso le mani sono doloranti, le unghie screpolate, il mio gomito ha lesioni da sforzo ripetitivo. Ho 3 tuver troppo complicati, tanti attacchi e tubi e fili. How do they fit together? La Panasonic 500 è inutile. Non vedo l'ora, non vedo l'ora, non vedo l'ora che torni la mia donna delle pulizie. Like Tosca, I throw you out of the window. Bibosh, look like something from Blake 7. Enrico, stop looking at me. With those eyes, you have power, you have suction. You intimidate me. Non vedo l'ora, non vedo l'ora, non vedo l'ora che torni la mia donna delle pulizie. I want my cleaner, I need my cleaning woman. My nails are broken. Oh, come back to me. This is a living hell. Isolata.
And now I'm going to have a well-earned rest. I'm going to sit down on a chair. Take it away.
Hey!